Hey up lads, welcome back to the regular strength home gym. We're still on our deload week and this is our squat volume day. For today it's just 3 sets of this. No mental, just giving ourselves a little bit of a break but still keeping things moving. Weight goes up next week, sets goes up next week, everything a little bit more. But for the time being we're just chilling. We've got the incline dumbbell after this. And what we've been doing for everything else is using the same weight but doing a few less reps to reduce intensity that way. But with the incline, I think we were probably a little bit too heavy to start with, so we're probably going to have to go down a little bit for it to be a deload. We'll see though. Yeah, let me get one of these going. Yep, 3 sets of 5. We were doing 6s last week, so 5's less, isn't it? So a post from Jailhouse Strong saying you need to be moving your sub-maximal sets with as much velocity as you can, and you need to be treating it like the weight's trying to attack your grandma or something, they said. And that's a good reminder, because I've always said like you need to have intent with everything. But sometimes it's easy to forget. Like with my back off sets, I've been kind of trying to focus on keeping the technique good, which is fine, but also you want the velocity, because velocity is half of the equation when it comes to generating power. So you need to, it's force times velocity, and obviously your top set is the force, and then your back off sets you're practicing velocity, and then eventually more force and velocity, more power, more stronger, more everything. So trying to move these a little bit quicker. Trying to get rid of the bounce out at the bottom as well. I think that's where 90% of my issues with this style of squat were coming from. So I'm trying to go a little bit slower, more controlled on the descent, so that we end up in the right place, and then just apply power out of the hole, rather than bouncing and then sort of catching it halfway up. So it's like affecting my lower back, kind of nervous on the knees, and it feels better now. Now that we're slowing it down a bit, but then we're trying to apply the speed to the up. I think that's good, hopefully. So I'm thinking of adding a top set to this squat day as well, but like a lower intensity one. So maybe we're using like the higher reps. Maybe we'll do a top set with the higher reps, like still RPE based, like a 5-6 or something, just to make this day a little bit more interesting, because at the moment it's just a load of squats. But then I don't know if it would affect the deadlift day if you did like a higher intensity one, so you got deadlifts tomorrow. We'd have to see how it goes. This is okay, and it's working because I'm getting better at squats. Just a lot of work in it. That's your what? Deloady. Let me get some dumbbells set up here. So I said that I wanted to hit these 40 kilos at some point during this plan. I don't know if that's a little bit ambitious. So our rep range is 8 to 12. And yeah, 40 for 8 might be an ask. I could maybe do it for a few. Maybe 4 or 5 or something, but I think a few sets of 8 is definitely not. I don't know, not definitely not. We've still got 8 more weeks of training, but the 32s felt quite heavy. So 7.5 more kilo. It's only 7.5 more kilo, isn't it? But like, as a percentage from 32, that's what, 20 odd percent? Not quite 25%, but like a fair amount. But we've got 8 weeks, so maybe if we can jump 3% a week or something. It ain't going to happen, is it? It might happen. We'll see. I might just give 40s a go towards the end anyway and see how many we can get, because it's not super important. To be honest, hitting 40 is not super important. It was just like a side quest. I think it'd be nice. I've done 40s on the flat dumbbell press before for a few reps, but not on incline. I do incline too often, so that's why I wanted to put it in. Right, this is 5 kilo less than last week. It's 27.5. We've got 8 to 12, but we're keeping our RPE at 6. So leaving a few reps in the tank, not going mental. Can you hear that? Man, every single rep. Pop, crack, pop, crack. I need to go get that sorted out, don't I? Just one more set of these then. I think the 30 is probably about right, what we need to be working with now. The 32 may be a little bit heavy. 30 probably bang on for the time being anyway. We'll start at 30 next week, and I think we'll probably try and get up to 35 by the end of this 4-week block, and then we'll come back down a bit, and then maybe we can get to 37 or something by the last week of the plan in 8 weeks' time. We can try 40. We'll see. We'll give it a go. We'll have an extra Rice Krispie square that day. $12 of them. Yeah, that one's too easy. 32 might be a bit too hard. We think 30 is Goldilocks. Goldilocks. So, same thing as most of the other exercises. We hit 10s on this last week. Our rep range is 6 to 10 for this. We hit 10s on all of them. So we're just going to go for 6s, and then that'll be our RPE a little bit lower, hopefully. Yeah, simple as that. I was thinking of dropping the rep ranges on stuff. Instead of being like 10 to 15, maybe 5 to 10. I like the heavier, lower rep stuff. I think it just feels better from rep 1. Like, with the 10 rep stuff, like, or 15 reps, first 10 reps don't really feel like out, and then the last few do. Whereas with a lower rep range, like a 5, all 5 feel hard. You know what I mean? Oh, it's alright. Give me a sec, we'll do another. Let's have another 6 of these. all you people who use actual gyms, I bet you're glad you don't have to wiggle into place and do this. If you ever get on the machine. Nice. Right, we've got skull crushers now. So the thing with these deloads is, as well as dropping a little bit of fatigue, it also gets you like, you get to your desired rep or whatever. Like then with the last thing you did 6 and I'm like, I could do loads more. And like, that's kind of the point. Like you want your brain to be like getting back into it. So like by week 4, I'm usually pretty knackered and I'm like, man, I don't know about this. Strong, peak strength, but quite tired. And you're like, oh, I could do with a rest. And then by the back end of your deload week, like now, tomorrow, you want to be like, oh, I want to try a bit harder. And then from next week you can. Then 3 weeks, it'll taper up. By week 8, we'll be like, man, I'm really strong, but I'm really tired. I could do with a week off. Then week 9, deload. By the end of the week, ideally we'll be like, yeah, I can't wait to smash these next 3 weeks of training. And then week 12, hopefully we get some new 1 rep maxes. We'll have to see. Oh. So we've dropped a little bit of weight off these. We're still hitting our 15 reps, but we've dropped 3 kilo off, so it's not super difficult. Maybe we'll go a little bit less on the next one, but it didn't feel anywhere near to failure, to be honest. We're all right. We're all right. Right, let's bang out a few more of these. Let me know if I'm struggling a bit too much. I don't think it really matters on the tricep exercise. I'm trying to drop like systemic fatigue, not local tricep fatigue. I'll do. Just started to feel it a little bit, but RPE6 I think is like, so when you're bodybuilding, you know when you get to the last few reps that are like hard. RPE6 I think is stopping when you get to the first one of those, which that was. Could have banged out a few more, but not this week. Next week and the week after and the week after we'll do more weight and more reps. This is our last one. I've rigged up a load of chains to see if we can do it how it's intended. So I've been doing this stood up since forever, but we've got a few chains now so we can do it properly. I say properly like it doesn't really make any difference. It's the same movement really, but I feel like maybe we can take some momentum out of it with this or something. That feels okay. Might take some getting used to be honest. I've been doing the stood up one for a while, so that's probably going to feel a bit better because it's more familiar. But This feels okay. Looks funny with hot chains as well, doesn't it? Okay, last one of these. Let's see what we can do. Right, that is all of our Deload squat volume day done. We're nearly through the week. Honestly, by the end of the squats, I was like, just want to do an heavy squat now. So it's working. It's working. I'm gaining back some of the energy that I lost the past 4 weeks, and gaining back some of the want to train. Tomorrow we'll be doing a deadlift double at like 170 or something, so quite heavy, but not anywhere near what we're capable of. Yeah, good, going well. Everything goes up next week. More sets, more reps. More sets, more weight. Similar amounts of reps. Right, I'll see you tomorrow.